Hello and welcome to this Maths with Lloydie video. We've made the sponsor symbol very big here, sorry. But there they are, Grace Hockey, tick, mentioned. We're on to paper 2C. You should have had a look at question 1 and question 2, which will appear earlier in the playlist. And if we scroll down, we'll make our attempts at question 3. There's the sponsor again, living the dream. Okay, so river levels in the UK are measured by a network of monitoring stations. The chart below shows the data from one station on the River Don from 1st November 2019 to the 1st of March 2020. This section of river floods when the water level exceeds 4.8 meters. Okay, so in front of us, we've got this wavy line graph, and it says estimate the percentage of time during this 4-month period that the river flooded. So that's when it's exceeding 4.8 meters. And I've had a go at this paper. I cannot, the mark scheme, I can't really get close to it. And I don't like the way they did it either, because they like looking at days, but I'm going to look at this in a different way. So we've got 5 squares between here and here, 5 squares. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. This is going to be out of 60 squares, and then we're going to multiply it by 100. So above 4.8 would be in here. So I'm going to just put it into that position. This one sort of dips, and I'm going to ignore that, and it comes into here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares where it's above 4.8. Moving across, we've got from here to here, which is 1. In here to here, again, another 1. Here to here, which I'm going to just estimate that at 2. So if we add this together, I actually on my original guide, I put 1.5. We've got 2, 3, 4, 10. So 10 squares. Now it's just a matter of calculating. 10 divided by 60 times by 100, and that gives me 16.66666. So 16.7%. I'm happy with that. Three marks. Nice start to the paper. Doesn't get easier from there. The graph below models the water level, W meters, for a period of time, T hours, before and after 12 noon on the 9th of November 2019. Apologies for yawning. Woke up this very early today. Now, 12 noon, it means PM. So if you go an hour forward, it's 1 PM. You go an hour behind, it's the same day, but it's 11 AM. It says for -96 and 0, so between -96 and 0. So that's the left-hand side of the graph to the left of the y-axis. Which of the following types of functions represents the data? So from here, we've got a little minimum point and we've got a maximum point. So because it's a line that's not in a straight line, it can't be linear. It doesn't just dip down to have one minimum point and one maximum point, so it's not a quadratic. So it's not that. It's not that. Exponentials kind of go up and increase. This one's dipping down as we get to the axes. So we're left with cubic, and cubic's good because cubic will have 2 turning points within it. Right, 2 marks. Use your graph above to work out the date and time of the maximum water level in this 192-hour period. So with this little wavy line, actually, I'm going to just pop a little line there. I reckon that's the maximum point, and it's 2 squares before noon. So that means it's going to be on the 9th of November still. So the date will not change. Now let's check out the time. So between 24 and 0, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 squares. 24 divided by 8 gives us 3. So each little square is worth 3 hours. And this is 2 little squares before it, which means it's 6 hours before noon. Noon, 12 PM, take away the 6 hours, takes us back to 6 AM. And you have to write the AM. If you just put 6, you're going to get an incorrect answer because you have to indicate whether it's AM or PM, because the context of the question was talking about noon and it's not in the 24-hour clock. Okay, part D. Sorry, so sorry. After 12 noon on the 9th of November, the water level, W, is modeled by the equation y equals AT plus B, where T is greater than 0. So it's because it's on the right-hand side of that y-axis that everything's going to be greater than 0. A and B are constants. That means they don't change. Use the graph to work out estimates for the values of A and B. And this is in the format of y equals mx plus c, meaning that the A is going to represent the gradient and B will represent the y-intercept. So we can work out B quite quickly. B is this point here, and we can go with 6.8. So B is 6.8. Then we need to find the gradient. Now, on the graph, you need to find two crossover points. And I quite like the fact that we've got a coordinate of 0, 6.8. Of course we have, because that is the y-intercept. But we need to find another one on the graph that makes sense. And I like this one here, just in that position. That gives me 6, and then it's 2 squares past 72, which makes it 6 hours past. So that's 78. So 78. I think I said 6. I've got to double check that now. Yep, 6. Right. 8.6 take away 6.8 over 78. This is I don't think this is the way I did it earlier. I keep getting different ways of doing it. 8.6 take away 6.8 is 1.8 over 78. So do that division now. This is not right. This is not right. Go back. I'm not even going to delete this bit of the video. I have misread that as a dot and it's a dash. So it's 78 to 6. So over 78, and we've got 8.6 take away 6, which gives us 2.6. Okay. Oh, goodness me. I've done it the wrong way around. Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. Y2 is 6. Take away 6.8 over 78. Take away 0. I mean, I was going to just style it out, but actually I need to show you the proper way. It's not going to help you before your exams. So 6 take away 6.8 is 0.8 negative over 78. Divided by 78. There we are. We've got equals negative 0.01025641026. I'm going to call it negative 0.01. There is a tolerance on this mark scheme, so I think it's between 0.012 and 0.009. All right, so this is a acceptable value. And then that goes into here, like so. Okay. The water level is classed as normal when below 3.18 meters. Use the equation to forecast on what date after 9th of November the water level would have dropped back below 3.18 meters. So 3.18 meters will equal negative 0.01 t plus 6.8. So if I just scroll up, we've substituted the A and the B into that formula and moved that down here and made it equal to that level. Okay, first step, take away this 6.8. 3.18 take away 6.8 gives us negative 3.62, and that's equal to negative 0.01 t. We're then going to divide by negative 0.01, and that's going to give me my value of t. So divided by negative 0.01, 362. Now that's in hours. So we need to divide 362 by 24, which gives me 15.08333. So it's 58 days. 15 days. 15 days plus 9 is 24, which gives us the 24th of November. Okay. Right, that is it for question 3. If I give you any advice before your core maths exam, it would be sleep. Sleep is very important. I'm feeling pretty tired today. I got quite a bit of sleep. Sort of throughout your exam periods, have that shutdown time of 9 o'clock phone's away. I'm going to lay in bed. Even if you're just laying there and having a thinking about some things, reading a book. Read a book's quite nice, but get your sleep in before your exams. Right, this turned into quite a long video. Sorry about that, but I will see you at question 4.